What's up? What's up? It's your man Jimmy Chan. All right, so we're talking about polygons, perimeters, and tessellations. So polygons are shapes with 3 or more sides, okay? And the perimeter for any polygon is the sum of all sides. Well, perimeter for anything really is the sum of all sides. So if there's 20 sides, you add up all 20 sides. If it's only 3, add up all 3 sides, right? That'll be your perimeter. Now, the biggest thing is that to remind you that what perimeter means is that there is the word rim in here, which tells you it is the distance around a shape. So if this is a rectangle, is how far it would take you to walk around the whole thing. Okay, that's the perimeter. All right. So a couple of things we want to talk about. Number one, there are such things as regular polygons, meaning all the sides are equal and all the angles in that polygon are equal. That's what the word regular means, okay? So I wanted to talk about what are the names of the regular polygons based on the sides, which we would call lowercase n, and the names that we call them. So 3 will be equilateral triangle, 4 sides, which we would call rectangle. Well, if all 4 sides were the same, then it would be a square. 5 will be pentagon, hexagon, heptagon, and so on and so forth as you guys go. All the way up to 12. I didn't really want to go more than that. I didn't think you guys need anything more than that. All right. And then there are types of quadrilaterals, right? Meaning 4 sides, right? Quad meaning 4. All right. And then lateral, sides. Okay. So these are the special ones that have special names. So like, for example, a parallelogram means that the parallel part is that the opposite sides are parallel to each other. Okay. Now, if you notice that I marked it in color and also with hash marks here. So the opposite angles are the same. Opposite sides are the same. Okay. But this side might not equal to this side. Okay. That's why this has 1 hash mark and this has 2. Okay. So that's a parallelogram. However, if these 2 sides were the same, then that'd be called a rhombus. So notice the rhombus, the opposite angles are the same, and all 4 sides are the same. So it's almost like a square that's slightly slanted. Okay, that'll be a rhombus. A rectangle, as you guys all know, is that it has 4 90-degree angles, and the opposite sides are the same. While the square has those 4 90-degree angles and all 4 sides are also the same. A trapezoid is still a 4-sided figure, but only 1 pair of sides are actually parallel. So that's what the red arrows are for. That means this side and this side are parallel, where this side and this side are obviously not parallel. So that would be a trapezoid. And you guys are going to need to know the difference of all of them as we are going to get into areas and stuff like that. All right. So to measure the sum of the angles, to find the sum of the measure of the angles of a polygon. Now, any polygon doesn't have to be regular, just the polygon. So the sum of all sides. With n sides, lowercase n sides, which I said to you, lowercase n means the number of sides, okay? So this is for any polygon. So the sides don't need to be the same. The angles don't need to be the same. It's just the sum of the interior angles all add up. And that's how we can figure out what that total is. Kind of like the sum of the angles of a triangle is 180 degrees, right? So that's 3 sides. So if you look at 3 sides, that'll be the n. 3 minus 2 is 1. 1 times 180 is 180. So sum of the angles of a triangle is 180 degrees, but you already knew that. But this also was an example of showing you guys that, okay? So I have 2 problems over here that I want to do. One is this one right here. It says fencing costs, $5.25 per foot. Find the cost to enclose the field with fencing. So this field right here in fencing, all right? So that's what I need to do is find the perimeter of this. However, look at this, guys. This is mentioned in foot, per foot. But look at what happened here. These are in yards, right? So these are in yards, and this is in foot. So let's first find the perimeter, and then we'll convert those yards to foot. Well, what do I know about the perimeter of this field? Because again, I'm fencing, so I usually fence around, right? I don't usually lay the fences down on the yard, which would be kind of waste of space, I guess, right? Or waste of fencing. So it doesn't block anybody from seeing you. It just blocks your grass from growing. So let's go ahead and pull this off a little bit. So if this side here is 28 yards, that means this side must also be 28 yards. Let's do that. And this side, since it's 42 yards, that means the opposite side must also be 42 yards. Okay. So the perimeter is the sum of all the sides. So the perimeter is equal to the 42 plus the 28 plus the 42 plus the 28. Meaning, let's say if I started walking right here, right? And I just start walking, I walk 42 yards, then 28 yards, then 42 yards, and 28 yards. So I've walked the perimeter of that field, okay? So the perimeter here is going to be, let's see, so 42 plus 28 plus 42 plus 28 is going to equal to 140 yards. All right, so now we gotta go back to our previous knowledge of 140 yards and you need to convert that to feet with the relationship of yards. Well, what I know is there's 3 feet in 1 yard, correct? Okay, if that's the case, then what do I have here? I'm going to have 420 feet because the yards go away. There we go. Okay, so I'm left with 420 feet. So that's how much fencing I am going to need for this, okay? So if that's the fencing that I need, and each foot is $5.25, then I'm going to take the 420 feet and multiply it by $5.25 per foot. And notice what happens. The feet will go away. So now I'm going to be having, it's going to cost me $2,205. Okay, I hope that makes sense, and we'll go to the next problem. Okay, hopefully you guys, if you guys have questions, please just let me know. All right, let's do one more here. So I have a polygon right here. Okay, clearly it's not regular because the sides are not the same. So step 1, or part A, wants to find the sum of the measures of the angles, meaning I want to find this angle plus this angle plus this angle plus this angle plus this angle. What is it all together? Okay, so I see that these right here are 90 degrees. So I have, so let me do part A. So that'd be 90 plus 90. Actually, sorry. Before I even do that, that's not what I'm trying to do, because that would help me with angle 1. So here is the sum of the measures of the angles of the polygon with n sides. So how many sides is this polygon? So let's see here. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this clearly has 5 sides, right? Okay, so I would go ahead and use the equation here, n minus 2 times 180. So I have 5, let me use it this way, 5 minus 2 times 180. So that's going to give me what? 3 times 180. And what's 3 times 180? It's going to equal to 540 degrees. So if I add up this angle, this angle, this angle, this angle, plus this angle, it's going to give me 540 degrees. Okay? All right. So now that is the answer to part A. So all 5 angles added together will be 540, while part B says find the measure of angle 1. Okay, so now I can now go, all right, so I got the 90 degrees plus the 90 degrees plus the 140 plus the 55 plus angle 1. That would give me the 540 degrees. Okay, so let's see here. We're going to subtract the 90, subtract the 90, subtract the 140, subtract the 55, and I'm going to get that angle 1 is going to equal to 165 degrees. So please go ahead and check that work and make sure that is true. Hopefully that helps. If you have any questions, please let me know. Talk to you later. See ya. Bye.